sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. First carry now. This is Johnson. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. Second down, Mayfield. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Detroit! Gone!
On third down, Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 43. After the interception, here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On second down, here's Miller. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yards, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Tiger, tiger, tiger.
Now the Purdue man. This is Akeem Hunt. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. One man in the backfield. That's Miller. 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal.
Tiger, tiger, tiger. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
Here's Watson. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Taking it about the 36. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Super toe. They go play action here on 1st down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Here's Watson now on second down. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Mayfield now on 2nd down. Flushed out right. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. From left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
From the 50, it's Watson. Flush to his right. To the right side, complete to Miller. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. And able to work his way down to the 16. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. Here's Miller. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. First down, Mayfield. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd down, Mayfield again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And a return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Reset. Come back. Richmond. 2 jet.
Now a first down throw, Watson. His throw caught right around the 6. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. He finds an opening past the 40. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Mayfield on 1st down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
All right, now, lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll find a man. That's Landry. A good pickup there, a 22.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
Detroit!
From the red zone now, Mayfield. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Get there.
2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run it with Johnson. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
2nd and goal from the 1. It's a quarterback sneak, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Baker Mayfield with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Nifty move. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Richmond.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way out to the 46. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53. Right here, right here. Check 13. Check 13. Black 99, feel it. 53's the mic. 53's the mic.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Richmond. Check.
They keep it with Miller on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Come back. Hey, you don't want to see me. Two jet.
To throw on second is Watson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody could hear my smile on that play.
3rd and long. It's Watson. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay, and the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Come back. Richmond. Down. Green the line.
On first down, Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Richmond. Tiger. Two jet. Tiger.
Watson on first down. Going for the deep ball. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Miller. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Texans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Come back. Two jet.
Out of the gun, Watson. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively, and now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Mayfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone, and he gave it to him. 15 big yards.
Detroit!
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Lucky 56.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. A first down carry here for Johnson. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Detroit!
2nd down, Mayfield. Buying time to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 35-yard line.
Here we go.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. a second down throw for Mayfield. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Browns on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Mayfield from the gun on third down. He fights him off. Forced out to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Alex Okafor in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Zane Gonzalez now to try the Browns field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They begin with a run by Miller, and he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Christian Kirksey able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
Richmond. Tiger. 2 jet. Richmond.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Watson. Well, the pressure gets to him again. Christian Kirksey in there to drop him 2 plays in a row, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Shane Leckler now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And the Browns getting set to go. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Here's Mayfield. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That's taken in by Callaway. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. To throw, Mayfield being chased out left. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
All right, here we go.
From the gun, Mayfield. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Leopard!
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Duke Johnson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he puts it through. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it out past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Richmond.
We got three, fellas. We got 3. Check 26.
Right back to him on first down. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a third and about 5.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. They'll roll him out right. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. Now a handoff to Miller. And bulldozing his way through. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A handoff running left is Miller. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And defensively trying to beat the 2-minute warning with a timeout, and they do. Calling it with 2:04 left. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. A shotgun snap for Watson. Flushed out right. Going for it all. So they took a shot there on 3rd down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. DJ Reader in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. They'll look to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
Back to throw. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. He's back to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Detroit!
Mayfield to throw. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he gets it down to the 32. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop the football. They're trained to catch everything.
They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down. And they will get the timeout. So 3 seconds remaining, and they can trot out the field goal unit and try to send this one to overtime. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And his kick is good. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And now the Browns coming out on the field. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson, finding some room at midfield, and all the way down to the 41-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. They pitch it out to Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Jonathan Joseph there for the tackle. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
The first throw in overtime for Mayfield now. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The four-time All-Pro, J.J. Watt. And it'll be a third and about 13.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Browns on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is going to be third and 13. Third and long for Mayfield. Oh, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. A costly... Mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say when you throw an interception like that in overtime? You don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
First throw in OT for Watson. Oh, the ball is in. Watson lost it. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. The Texans on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6.
Come back. Richmond.
Watson now to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Target. Come back. Richmond.
Here we go on 4th. Watson, flush to his right. And this is incomplete. E.J. Gaines the one that time to knock it away. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here in OT. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on second down, and that leads to a tough third down call. On third down, Mayfield. Oh, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. After the interception, here's Watson. Ellington has it, middle of the field. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
36. Richmond.
On second down, here's Watson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Richmond. 3 down. Tiger.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Dancing to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And now with 6 seconds left in overtime, they're going to take a timeout. Here's Shane Lechler now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and he fires one incomplete. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
So that's it. No double overtime until the playoffs rolled around, so that means this one ends in a tie.
Yeah, that's ultimately unsatisfying for both teams, the fan bases. Heck, for us,
True.
We came here to see a winner, right?
We did.
Winner and a loser. We didn't get it. We end up with a tie. Everyone walks away. A little bit cranky on this one.
Man.
Yeah.
MEH, man. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.